Now then, welcome back to another episode of Material Energy Cubed. From the Feed the Beast launcher, third-party Modpacks, winner of Jampacked 2014 by Parcel 31U. I've been busy since last episode, pottering around doing a few bits and pieces. I've just carried on sorting a few things out. One thing I have done that I'm sure somebody will be very pleased with, Mr. Spellcheck, I put in the blaze powder pattern so that it pulverizes blaze rods when I need blaze powder. So it automatically does that for me when I request them. I've done a lot of other stuff down in the Minechem area, but I've sort of come to a halt. Let me just quickly show you where we're up to. I haven't really added anything new or done anything new as such, but I've reorganized. We did have it all just sort of messing about here, and I started making the place look nice, so I've had to move everything around a bit. So I've moved everything around. So for those of you that have only just joined the series and all of that jazz, I suggest you go and catch up, but here's a rundown, okay? The first set of machines is the applied energistic system is putting crafted leather tunics into this decomposer, which is then making creatine. This is then using the creatine to make leather and pulling out 5 leather a time per creatine, which makes me a profit on creatine, which means that I've got this full of creatine, and this is slowly but surely being kept empty by creatine. So then the creatine turns itself into 3 other components, these 3 components here. Each one of those 3 components gets decomposed again into hydrogen, oxygen and carbon. Each 3 of them get decomposed into several carbon, which means that I've got huge amounts of carbon. And I've got upgrades on here. We got some upgrades recently in Quest Reward or a Lucky Bag or something. So I upgraded the carbon barrel to have 256 times 64 carbon. Wow. And with the carbon, I make charcoal. And behind here, the whole system is basically using these furnace generators, very cheap, with the free carbon charcoal making all the energy to power everything in this little section. Apart from over there, but we'll get to that in a minute. Also with the carbon, I can use stacks of 64 carbon, and I've done this on a slow release rather than putting stacks in here at a time. I've got 256 stacks of stacks or something like that of carbon, but rather than pushing it in there to make this quickly because it costs so much energy. It costs a lot of energy to make this work. I've got it on a nice slow pace, so it's just put one in a tick until it's got 4 stacks, and then it makes a carbon nanotubes. And the carbon nanotubes go in here. Already I've got loads of those. Carbon nanotubes, yeah. Another thing that we're doing is taking the string from the mob farm and decomposing that in here now, so the string's being decomposed directly into the system. And from that, we have leftovers. So from this process over here, we have carbon. Hey, get back in there, you. We have carbon, we have hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen, and they're all full at the minute. These are now void barrels, so that anything more than 64 stacks gets voided out. And then from the string production, we get these 3 chemicals here. So that all gets stored away, right? And also we had an iron setup where we put factory blocks through a decomposer to make Fe, which is the chemical version of iron. Okay? That's the production of Minechem stuff, right? And then over here, these are a couple of processes I've now transferred over. I've run the cable underneath this wall as I was placing this wall down. So we've got our automated iron, which is basically that Fe26 iron from over that production, comes into here, turns into iron ingots. Now it's on demand, so I ask for iron to be made, and it processes iron for me. It puts 60, well, it uses 16 Fe each time. And this side over here, we've got the things are basically slowed down. If I've got more than 320 Fe in the system, it doesn't do it, basically. So I've got a sort of a cap on it. So when I need more iron, I can order a batch by just telling it to process it. Same with diamonds now as well. I've got a diamond processing thing, which basically takes 4 of those carbon nanotubes that we're making that can make diamonds. So when I ask for diamonds, I can just get the nanotubes from over there and put them through this machine. And also we've got the webs, which is the glycine and all those 3 from the string. So when I request webs, I can get webs made for me from all that jazz. Another couple of things I've added though is the automatic processing of gold, tin and copper. So all the copper that comes into this system gets processed into copper dust. All the tin gets processed into tin dust, and all the gold gets turned into gold ingots. So then here's the thing that I was doing all the tesseracts for. Now I've got this little section over here at the end of this processing area. So I've extended it all out, ready for putting some more of these kind of making materials that I want to use, and they get shot out, exported from here into the tesseract. So I should actually... Oh, I haven't got any copper, maybe? Let's go and have a look. See if I've got any copper in here, because I just sent a load of copper over. Let's scroll down. There we go, yeah. So the copper dust that is made in that process there also needs adding. I had to set it up just a minute ago. So now all of these things are being exported from the MineChem system into the main AA system. And that's about all that we've got there that's happened so far. Now that should have cleared out nicely, yeah. But I can basically just say, craft me 10 iron, begin, and it'll craft it and automatically send it to the main AE system, which I think is super cool. Alright. Today, though, we're going to do some bees, because one of the things that I've been working through, the tasks... Oh, I've just done that again, actually. 9 hours left. I've got as far as I can with chemistry. Left alone, I've done as much as I can. Hell and Nightmares, I'm going to get onto next. But the genetics lab, the bees and things, I may as well, while I'm doing these adventuring quests and doing all of this, running around, putting myself in danger and trying to find all the really cool stuff in the game, get into the end game stuff, I may as well have the bees doing their thing, and I've got all these bee things. So I made the basic squeezer, centrifuge and carpenter to get started, and I've still got an idea in my head for pink power. Right? We got some honey drops. This quest, basically the forestry quest, required a load of tin and a load of copper, which is why I went into Miner's Delight and just mined the hell out of it, and why I've got all of this auto-processing between the MineChem and the main AE system sorted out. I've now got a fairly healthy supply, not too bad, 160 that we picked up from mining out Miner's Delight so far, and copper, which again, got from Miner's Delight so far. That's going to start processing as well now, turning it all in. And bronze-wise, from the Bronx, bronze-wise, I've got this so that now I can use the crafting recipe to craft it up through auto-crafting. So I've got access to the bronze that I need now. So we seem fairly good to get on with the forestry side of things. Now we've got a supply of tin and bronze. And copper, yeah. And all of this should just keep working, yeah. Alright, so the automation side of things done on that side. Now, the first thing we've got to do with bees is I want to make some apiaries. Apiaries. Where are they? Am I spelling it wrong? Apiaries. There we go. And these need lots of planks and slabs and also impregnated castings. And impregnated castings require a carpenter and seed oil. So, in order to make some of these... Now, I know there's the gendustry stuff. I know there's gendustry. So before you go putting down in the comments, We've got the we've got the automated industry stuff from downstairs, the ones that we've been using, the 3 that we've been given, which can be powered and automated and all that kind of stuff, but it doesn't work out power-wise for me. I've got this lava coming in. I thought there was a spider over there. I got the lava coming in, but every now and again I'm going to have to go and change around where it's getting the lava from. So I don't want to rely on lava as an infinite source. I've got my charcoal system over there for that to rely on, with a spot of lava at the far end, just because diamonds take a lot of power, so I wanted to do it faster. This whole section here has got a couple of lava generators, but I don't really want to just transmit lava down to the B section and use that all the time. So I want to get on with apiaries. And that means then that I'm going to need to get the wood. Now I've got a fairly good wood supply at the minute. And seed-wise, I have done a fair amount of just crop farming, just to feed the cows so I've got meat to eat. So we've got a few seeds, but not really enough. Need to start making some more seed oil to make some more impregnated casings. To make some apiaries that don't cost any power, so that I can have the bees that are going to be powering all the other automated apiaries. They are going to have just standard power. So first off, we're doing forestry this episode, and secondly, we've got these farm blocks that we've been picking up all over the place. So we've got loads of farm blocks here, and we've got farm blocks. We just recently got the nether brick version, which is probably the ones I'm going to use because it's already got the hatches and everything and the controllers. Now, I've made forestry farm block builds many times before, so it's all over my channel. So what I'm going to do is, rather than setting it up for you, I'm going to just get things set up off camera and try and sort it all out like that. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to find out where it's going to be, and I'm going to find out where I want it, and then set it all up and show you in a little while the progress and get all that set up, and I'll talk you through it, let you know how it all works. Alrighty, well, I've picked out the location. It's down underneath the main chamber. We've got the Victory Monument is pretty much here, and that's the little chamber there. But I've been slowly but surely hacking away at all these quartz slabs, because a lot of these quartz slabs are just here. They don't actually serve a purpose. They're just here. And so I've been harvesting them when I've needed them and moving them around. So all of this framing that I've been doing around the sides and up and around over here, it all came from all of these quartz slabs that are down here. Now, underneath me is the little level 4 building chamber. So the base of the farm, which I'll show you in a minute, goes into the level 4 chamber. I've done 2 styles of farm here, but both basically the same thing. This is the minimum size of a forestry multi-block farm, multi-block structure. And let me just show you these. This is a 3x3 area of farm blocks, and it can go out 4 from that. So 3x4 goes out from it, and also that side, and the other side, and then you just diagonally join it all up. That's ended up making a multi-block structure. It does go down further though, so let me show you. I've already got the trees all set up and running, so that's now producing for me, ready. It's got to use fertilizer, which is something else I've got to consider, but that's something I'll show you in a second. I'll go downstairs and we'll figure those out. Over here at the B section, I've got my pink power area, where I actually intend to make the power to power all of the industrial apiaries. I think I called them automated apiaries, but they're industrial apiaries. I'm going to bring the pink power over into this, and then industrial apiaries can go out here, and tree breeding and all that kind of stuff can go on in this section. But let's get the power sorted first, right? I need a massive production of pink to make the pink power. So whatever it is that I'm going to sort out, it's going to involve pink bees for making the dyes. I need to make all the different coloured dyes for the quests and everything as well. My little AE system down here has got all the things I've picked up so far of the forestry nature. So this is like my forestry level. Yeah? You got it? Okay. The 3 items that we made for quests while you weren't watching are basically here. A squeezer, a centrifuge, and a carpenter. Now they're just there eating power at the minute. They're just eating power. The tesseract down here is taking it directly from the lava power. So I've got a switch on it so I can just turn all of it off. So the lava power generation could just get turned off, which means these things won't just keep eating it. I'll turn that off when I need to. I'm not planning on running these farms all the time. I need wood, and I also get some apples, which is nice. I need wood, and I'm also going to need seeds for seed oil, but I'm not going to need to run it all the time. So I'm not having it on all the time, so I've put it on this, rather than connecting it up to pink power and having it running all the time, because it'll just produce more than I need, and I'll just run it when I run out of stuff, just to keep me topped up. These structures have to be a 3x3 by 4, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, and if you just put these farm blocks in a 3x3 by 4, it will latch on a band like this and give you the GUI for the multi-block structure. And then you can replace blocks. You can take these and replace them. So at the moment I've got 2 farm hatches, a gearbox, and a valve. Now the gearbox and the hatches we got given through questing, but the valve I made myself, and that's not too difficult to make. I'll leave the recipes for you to find in NEI. The hatch itself just receives power. The gearbox, should I say, receives power. So it just receives up to 1000 MJs of power from the lava system. But I've turned it off right now, so it's actually wearing down. Look. And I did the same to this one over here. It's got exactly the same setup over here. Right? Now, water is also required in these farms. It's got a water reserve here. Doesn't take long to fill up with one of these, but I went and made another couple of transfer nodes and set up a little infinite water source to give it supply. I could have maybe made it a little bit more tidy underneath it, but it's visible. You can see what's going on. And also I've got the AE cabling going down and around to where I want it to go. Now, a precision import bus I've got. I don't actually think I need a precision import bus. I just need a basic import bus. So I'm going to get 2 of those, begin. Let it craft up me 2 of those. I've got all the auto crafting in place for those now as well, because I was fed up of making them myself. And I'm going to put that onto there like that. And that should just literally take everything out of these slots and put it into the Forestry AE system. Should do. It looks like it's doing it now. It shouldn't remove from these slots. It should only remove from these output slots. Should only remove from these output slots. The other things you've got to add into this mix, every farm comes as standard for trees. You've got to add dirt, so water and dirt then makes the ground that they plant these saplings on. And then of course you need saplings. Now you put oak saplings in, or any saplings in, and oak saplings in particular, after a while, after the first time, the saplings that fall from the farm get gathered again and automatically put back into this slot. But they turn out to be apple oak saplings. It's basically Minecraft basic vanilla apple oak saplings, which are oak saplings. That when you break the leaves, you get apples. But it becomes part of the forestry for Minecraft research tree. Literally a tree. Yeah, pardon the pun. But that's all you really need to get the farm up and running. You need to put dirt in this slot, and every now and again it needs more dirt, so we'll probably put a precision export bus for dirt into there. But next up, we need to then make the seed oil, and a wheat farm makes seed oil. So it starts off being an arboretum, but we need to make a few things to change that, to make it so that it can do seeds. So that's what we're going to do right now. First up, we're going to need a thermomic fabricator. I think that's what it is. There it is. A thermomic fabricator. Sturdy casing is bronze. Let's get one of those in. And I think I've probably got everything else. Yes, I have. So we get that. we're also going to need some iron and bronze. Iron, yeah, let's just get... I think I only need 3, but let's take 7, because I know I don't need more than 7. And I think it's bronze. Let's take a bronze. I'm pretty sure it's only 1 bronze, but let's take a couple. And also, I'm going to need a bucket of water, which I actually got already. No, I haven't. Okay. I can soon get, though. Let's get a bucket of water from down here. So this is a thermomic fabricator. This is another forestry item that just draws power all the time. So it's just going to suck power dry from this thing over here. But that's okay for now. I can turn the whole section off, which is good, which is what I want. I can't remember how this is powered, actually. Oh, maybe the powering comes from someplace else. Yeah, the powering comes from up there. It's the whole AE system's got the power supply up there directly onto the lava. So the AE system is always powered by the lava system, but these can be turned off just by turning this little runoff here. Okay, thermomic fabricator. That's what we're going to need for the next bit. Squeezer, that's what we use for making the oil in the first place. Carpenter, here we go. I think it's something like this. Maybe not then. I'm going to put some water in as well. Ah, there it is. Soldering iron. It needed the water component as well. So we make a soldering iron like this. It then uses all the materials up, pops it out, and then I can pick it up. There we go. And get rid of all this stuff. Carpenters are one of the basic things of forestry for making all sorts of stuff. I'm going to have to make a load of other bits and pieces. I'm going to need to squeeze seeds to make seed oil, and then use the carpenter and seed oil combo to make the casings that I need. But right now, we've got this soldering iron. Now, the soldering iron's GUI allows us to change things for electric engines, managed farms, manual farms, and so on. Now, managed farms and manual farms, they don't have too much significant difference, so you probably look into that yourselves if you want to look into that. But I'll use a manual farm because it's easiest. And we need to put tubes in. Okay, so for the crop farm, I needed bronze electrum tubes. Yeah, bronze electrum tubes. And this is simply how you craft it. I've got 4 there that I can take out. This is liquid glass. So you put your glass in there and it makes it liquid glass. Yeah. So before we can do anything with these bronze electrum tubes, which are all crops, there's a little thing to explain over here. There's different material types for the tubes, and there's 4 directions on the farm. Each one of these can be manipulated through the soldering iron, also having 4 effects. Yeah. So you can change them around. So in our case, we're going to go crops. Yeah, crop farm. But we've got choices that we could add in different things in there as well. Now, I want a multi-directional 4-way thing. An intricate circuit board may be the case. Gold down the middle and redstone on the sides makes the intricate circuit board. So the intricate circuit board's going to go in there, but as soon as I put it in there, it's going to take whatever's here and solder it. So put that in last. Now I want 4 crop farms. Yeah. So now pop that in there and it'll give me the 4 crop farms. So manage crops in there. There we go. Now it's all wheat. If I put this in now, it will take the seeds that it's got and it will make wheat fields all around me. Look. Yeah. The water will be placed to keep it hydrated. It'll fill in all around and it'll put water where it thinks necessary. In a lot of cases, these managed farms, it doesn't really put the water in the right places, but it keeps removing it and putting it back when it feels like it. It's growing, though. It's going to be growing the crops for us. Got a bit of this, ding, ding, and that. So when it grows, and there's plenty of room for it to grow in here, and there's a fair amount of light for it to grow as well, it will also harvest it and replant the seeds. So I'm just going to use up a bit of bone meal to give this a build up a quicker start to get some seeds on the go. And it'll start planting them all over the shop, all over the place. which is awesome. The tree farm and the seed farm. It's technically a seed farm, but it's also going to have the wheat to do the cattle, which I can now remove from up here. Instead of having them in the corner there, I can take them down to where the wheat actually is. I may as well grab some of the seeds that I've got from over here to also give it a bit of a boost and take this wheat and stop using that section down there. And there we go. Where can I put the cows that's not going to be too noisy? I guess I could put the cows just over in the corner there, just out the way, so I've got the wheat here close by. Okay, so now it should be giving us wheat in here. Or have I not set that up yet? Anyway, squeezer, you can squeeze the seeds. So the seeds will get squeezed into seed oil. Slowly but surely, every seed gives us 10 seed oil, right? And then we can take the seed oil out of there and put it into the carpenter, and we can also do it automatically as well. We can automate all that shiz. Right, put all those seeds in there. It's starting to give us dirt back and wheat. Okay. So we've got something missing then. We need to extract all of the wheat from in there. Wheat and spare seeds, because eventually there'll be spare seeds, won't there? So let's down. Down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, 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 down. Why am I stuck going down? Is it because it's growing stuff now? Dang it. I may have messed up my elevator system because this is directly under the elevator blocks. Let's see. Yeah, I can't use it now. Maybe because there's 2 blocks of something there. Okay. Well, maybe I can do without that one piece there. Let's just go there and get rid. Why you no work like I want you to? There you go. Right, get rid of that water. Actually, this one's okay. Let's get rid of that water. There we go. It should replace this sort of stuff in a bit anyway. Should replace it. I could just fly through the farm itself. It's not too bad. Okay. Oh, I missed it, didn't I? I got the wrong place. Oh, my word. Okay, let's do this again. So, up. There we go. And down. Okay, so we're good. So that one can go there, and I can put that there. Alright. That's better. I can fly through it. Even though there's a single hole there, it's no big deal. There we go. Alright. So down here I should have an automatic eject as well. I should need an import bus. We've got an import. Quickly craft basic one up. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I've got basic import one in my inventory actually. Put the basic import bus on there, and that should start getting the wheat out of the system and into my AE system. Awesome. And from there, we're pretty much automated the production side of things. I just need to then get on with connecting the squeezer from here, who's going to be squeezing all the seeds into seed oil, and take the seed oil and put it into a carpenter, so that I can then make the casings. Well, that's it for this episode, guys. There's nothing much for the Victory Monument. Let's just go and have a quick check at Victory Monument level. I did have 1 block that I could place today that I stashed away over here. A lead block. Oh, yes. Let's just quickly get that down. Because we like to do a bit of a Victory Monument every day, don't we? This way. Every episode, we've got to do something for the Victory Monument. It's just fitting. It's a fitting. Let's put the lead in there. There we go. So, thank you very much for watching another episode of Material Energy Cubed. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. I hope you'll tune in next time. Thank you, and goodbye.